As the flight progresses along the programmed route, information about the progress of the flight is available on the progress page. Display the progress page. The progress page title includes the flight number entered during pre-flight on the route page. The progress page displays the distance to go, ETA, and fuel remaining for the active waypoint. For the waypoint immediately after the active waypoint, and for the destination. The active airspeed is also displayed. A flight plan modification is being made on another CDU page. Destination changes to mod during the modification, and the destination estimates include the effect of the modification. Executing or erasing the modification returns the title to destination. The destination line is also used to evaluate waypoints along the route and off the route. Enter the flight plan waypoint Oakland into this line. Touch the highlighted key. The title changes to En route waypoint, and the information displayed is based on flying the flight plan route to Oakland. Waypoints not in the flight plan may be evaluated also. For example, enter waypoint Lakeview. The title now changes to Direct to Fix, and the information is based on flying direct to Lakeview because it is not in the flight plan. The destination information can be restored by deleting the waypoint. Delete waypoint Lakeview. During climb, ETA and distance to top of climb is displayed here. After leveling and cruise flight, the ETA and distance values change to show the step climb point. Step climb data is only displayed if more than 200 miles from the top of descent point. When within 200 miles of top of descent point, ETA and distance to top of descent is shown. And ETA and distance to end of descent is shown after passing top of descent. For engine out drift downs, this shows the drift down level off point. Now, display Progress Page 2. Touch the highlighted key. Progress Page 2 displays wind direction and speed relative to true north, and the wind components relative to the airplane's heading. The page also displays cross-track errors, vertical track errors, current true airspeed, and the outside static air temperature. The fuel used by each engine and total fuel used, as sensed by the engine fuel flow sensors, is displayed here. The current fuel remaining is displayed here. Calculated fuel is fuel on board before engine start, minus fuel used by the engines. FMC performance calculations are based on the calculated fuel value. Now, display Progress Page 3, the RTA Progress page. Sometimes we must control our flight to arrive at our destination or at a certain waypoint at a specific time. The RTA Progress page is an executable page that allows us to designate a required time of arrival, or RTA. For example, ATC requests we cross Oakland at 1610Z to sequence our arrival into Los Angeles. First, enter Oakland into the fixed line. The predicted altitude and ETA to Oakland, based on the existing flight plan, displays here. Next, enter the desired arrival time, 1610. To designate the RTA time as at or before, add a B to the scratchpad entry. Add an A to designate the time as at or after. Execute the modification. When controlling your flight to an RTA time, Active appears in the title of the RTA Progress page, and arriving at the RTA point at the RTA time. The FMC will use any speed up to the maximum speed displayed here to achieve the RTA time. You can enter a different maximum speed if desired. Now select the cruise page. The cruise page also displays the RTA speed as the target speed. Selecting and executing another speed on the cruise page or removing the RTA waypoint on the route legs page deletes the RTA. RTAs can also be entered on the ground. When entered on the ground, the FMC displays a recommended takeoff time. This time is based on using the most economical profile to the RTA point. You may enter a different takeoff time if desired. The FMC then calculates a speed profile based on the entered time. Crew entered times display in large numbers. Deleting the entered time returns the display to recommended time. When the recommended takeoff time arrives, Now displays. Either in flight or on the ground, Unable RTA displays when conditions are such that the airplane cannot meet the RTA time. Position reports are sometimes required during flight. The FMC has a position report page to help with those reports. There are two ways to find the position report page. The first is the prompt on Progress Page 1. The second is on the FMC COM page. Select the FMC. Touch the highlighted key. The FMC COM page is like an index page for the data link functions. The route and performance initialization pages are data link pages you have already seen. Select the position report page. The position report page has all the information needed to make a position report. It shows the ATA and altitude at the last waypoint, the ETA for the active waypoint, and the next waypoint. It also shows the temperature, true wind, and position fuel. The position report page allows you to transmit position information to dispatch. Transmit airplane position with data link. Select the report prompt. Dispatch has received the report. Information about nav aids, waypoints, airports, and destination runways is available in the FMC through the RefNav data page. The RefNav data page is accessed through the Initialization Reference Index. Select the Initialization Reference Index. Touch the highlighted key. Now select Nav Data. To obtain information about a nav aid, airport, or waypoint, enter the identifier on the ident line. For example, enter LKV, the identifier for Lakeview VOR. Information provided varies with the identifier entered. For VORs, frequency, latitude and longitude, magnetic variation and elevation are shown. For waypoints, only latitude and longitude are shown. For airports, the latitude and longitude and elevation are shown. You can also obtain destination runway information. When entered, the runway length is also shown. Before leaving the RefNav data page, let's discuss radio nav aid inhibits. The FMC uses radio nav aids as one source of position updating. Updating from specific radio nav aids can be inhibited when a nav aid is known to be transmitting invalid signals. The nav aid inhibit line inhibits up to 2 nav aids by entering their identifiers on either of these lines. Nav aids such as VORs, VOR DME, VORTAC, or DMEs can be inhibited. Enter Lakeview in the left nav aid inhibit data line. All position information from Lakeview is now inhibited. Entering an identifier on either of these 2 lines inhibits only the VOR signal. Enter the Kimberley VOR identifier into the left VOR inhibit data line. The DME signal is not inhibited and is still available for position updating. Selecting VOR DME nav off prevents all VOR DME updating of the FMC. Turn off VOR DME updating. The VOR only inhibit displays all when VOR DME updating is turned off. However, DME updating is still allowed. Let's discuss position and position updating a little further. First, display Position Reference Page 2 from the Initialization Reference Index. You can also get to this page directly from Progress Page 1. This page displays the inertial position as computed by the AIDARU, the GPS position as computed by the GPS receivers, and the radio position. A measure of the accuracy for each position displays here. The value represents the accuracy in nautical miles. The FMC position. The FMC position is used for all navigation calculations. The primary source of position information to the FMC displays in parentheses. Updating of the FMC position is continuous, and the source changes automatically to the most accurate source available. The accuracy of the FMC position displays here. FMC accuracy is normally the same as the primary source. Required navigation performance, or RNP, is the required accuracy of the FMC position, also expressed in nautical miles. RNP varies automatically depending on the phase of flight and the roll mode in use. You may enter RNP values that are larger or smaller than the FMC values. Manually entered values appear in large font. When an RNP value is entered that is larger than the FMC value, Verify RNP entry displays. During approaches, the ICAS caution message, Nav Enable RNP displays. The ICAS message displays as an advisory during all other phases of flight. The specific nav aids and type of nav aids providing the radio position are shown here. To show the inertial GPS and radio positions relative to the FMC position, select the bearing distance prompt. The bearing and distance displayed for all position sources is relative to the FMC position. For example, the radio position shows a bearing of 260 degrees and a distance of 0.4 nautical miles. Sometimes in flight, the FMC position may drift away from the actual position. If this happens, the FMC may be manually updated with the position from another navigation system. Select the Update Arm prompt. The FMC can be updated to the inertial GPS or radio position using the Now prompts. Update the FMC to the radio position. The FMC is immediately updated to the radio position, used for continuous updating. Position Reference Page 3. Position Reference Page 3 displays the position of each GPS receiver and each FMC position. Primary indicates the FMC which is currently being used for navigation. The crew cannot select which GPS receiver provides the updating to the FMCs. However, GPS updating to the FMCs can be turned on or off. Turn off GPS updating. Return to Position Reference Page 2. Radio position is now the primary source of FMC position updating. Dispatch is requesting your present position. Transmit a position report with data link. Data link position report prompts are accessed from either the progress page or the FMC COM page. Position report prompts are on the position report page. The FMC position is no longer accurate. Update the FMC to the current radio position. Position reference pages are accessed from either the progress page or the init ref index page. Dispatch has advised that all VOR bearing information along your route of flight is unreliable. Turn off VOR DME nav updating. The ref nav data page is accessed through the init ref index page. Dispatch advises that GPS positions are no longer reliable. Turn off GPS updating. GPS controls are on the position reference pages. Touch the highlighted key.